The Protectors of the Wood Adventure Series, Abby and Wendy. A story about a group of teenagers who unite to save the forest and the secrets of Hidden Valley. In despair and with her plans in ruins, Abby flees through the forest to the hidden house of her godmother, Wendy. Wendy helps Abby see different points of view and initiates her into the secrets of the underground world. She accepts her mission and joins a global movement to ban fossil fuels.
The Protectors of the Wood Adventure Series, episode number 195. The interview begins. And so, Abby and Sarah agreed to do the interview in the cottage and film it in video.
Right. Let's do this.
The group of 5, with their equipment, headed across the yard. Catcalls, hissing, boos, and hostile sounds of all kinds came from the sidewalk. They avoided even a glance at the street and squeezed into Abby's tiny combination living and bedroom.
Oh my God. This room is so small. This is ridiculous.
Abby moved a chair near the back window, giving the cameraman room to move and a way to include a view of the room as a whole.
Can we photograph the whole cottage?
There's not much of it, but it's all yours. Photo whatever you think makes sense. And ask any questions you want. Except, I don't want my friends or family or colleagues to receive the kind of treatment I'm getting. I'll handle my part, but we have to be very cautious about other people. Stick to questions about me.
Sarah was stung by these instructions, hearing the implication that she was a part of the ruthless profession of journalism, always ready and willing to profit on other people's suffering. She looked at Abby in irritation.
Well, you asked me to do this interview. If you don't want it done, we'll just leave. I'm not here to slander people.
Abby was thrown off balance by this comeback and forced herself to remain silent. Everyone froze. Finally, Abby said,
Sarah, I know I invited you to come. You're great at this. I saw your interview with Sunny. I need your help badly, as you can see. But even Sunny set up some limitations. And it's best that I mention mine before we start. This isn't an easy thing we're doing.
But when you talk about this treatment you're getting, you act like I'm harassing you. And I'm intending to harass others, our friends, for instance. As if I'm not already worried about that. I'm the one who asked you for help in knowing what to publish.
She shook her head in disgust.
I apologize. Really, I didn't mean it that way. I was talking about the whole spotlight I'm getting. You know, these people on the street, the hatred, the stalkers following me, mobs trying to kill me. These are my circumstances. I have to protect others, or no one will respect anything I do or say. You're a friend of mine, a colleague, someone I love and respect. This is a hard and risky job for both of us.
Got it.
Sarah could change her moods in a flash.
No problem. I understand. Just remember that I have self-respect too. I need to be sure my job is not based on abusing innocent people. And I promise to give you a preview of all we do, with full veto rights. Okay?
Sarah, I'm really grateful.
Abby stood up and hugged her.
And about the question of what to publish, I promise we'll get to that soon.
Sarah nodded. It was all a little embarrassing in front of the two men and a woman waiting like furniture in the room. But in fact, the argument had created a whole new atmosphere for the interview. The interest and concentration of all five of them was now full of adrenaline, focused like a laser beam. They did a sound check, took some moving shots of the whole room, and fussed with the lighting for Abby by moving her chair and setting up some clamp lights. Sarah brushed her hair and moved a chair to sit side by side. She even put a little makeup on Abby's face.
Just a few accents.
The interview began.
Today, we have the wonderful good fortune to interview Abby Chapman in her cottage on the grounds of the Middletown United Church. Many of you have been following this story in Middletown over the past few weeks and know the incidents and unusual conflicts that have received attention in the public eye. Today, Abby invited us here to present her own thoughts on these recent events. Abby, thank you so much for the invitation.
It's my pleasure, Sarah. I'm glad to be able to be here and talk about the questions people may have.
We understand that you just returned to the church yesterday. Many of our readers saw the photos of you fleeing down Bridge Avenue in a hailstorm last Sunday, the day of the trustee election. Can you tell us why you escaped from town and hid over the last 5 days?
I'll just say straight out that I was scared, frightened for my life. Many of you will remember that I was interviewed at the gate of this churchyard just about 4 weeks ago, after I was attacked by a mob with torches just inside the forest. And I've been followed by private investigators for the past few weeks. I'm not ashamed to admit that this has been an agonizing experience.
Thank you for being so frank with us. Some of these problems have been covered in our newspaper, and we welcome any comments you may have. Perhaps you can shed some light on why it is aimed at you.
It can't be just a coincidence that this mob violence occurred on both occasions during strange and severe, even life-threatening storms.
In a dream I saw the headlight, and I know I'd run. I was blinded by the headlight, and I know I'd run. Night, my truck was coming, wide as Highway 61. I could see it in the distance, 10,000 wheels around the bend. I could see it in the distance, 10,000 wheels round the bend. Blocking out the moon and the sunlight, don't know where it's gonna end. All night my truck is coming, biggest mountain rolling by. All night my truck is coming, biggest mountain rolling by. It sounds like thunder rolling, don't you hear the people cry? houses and the trees. Avalanches moving through the houses and the trees. Lord, won't you help your children? Lord, help us if you please. Oh, hurricane screaming, blowing wild across the land. Oh, hurricane is screaming, blowing wild across the land. The water's coming, Lord, give me your right hand. In a dream I saw the headlights, and I know where to run. I was blinded by the headlight, and I know where to run. Nightmare truck is coming, wide as Highway 61.
Trillions of living things are everywhere around. Our lives are all planted deep into the sacred ground. There's everything to love and everything to fear. It's planet Earth in the universe and nature lives here. It's planet Earth in the universe and nature lives here. It's planet Earth in the universe and nature lives here. It's planet Earth in the universe and nature lives here. And nature lives here.